I'm excited about sharing this word with you. One of the greatest things I think in the Bible is when Jesus walks up to his disciples before they became disciples, and he would say, "Follow me." There's so much power when Jesus, even today, tells you, "Follow me." Because in that invitation, he's telling you, I want you to experience life to the fullest. I want you to experience life here on earth, and I want you to experience the supernatural here on earth. Let me give you an example. When we go to the Bible, in Matthew 14, you see that there's a storm, and the disciples are all in a boat. Jesus is not there, but Jesus comes walking to them on water. And the Bible says that the disciples they got scared. There was a strong storm. They feared for their lives. And when they see someone walking on water, they mistaken him for a ghost. But Peter, as soon as he realized, no, wait a minute, this is Jesus. I know Jesus. There's so much power when you know Jesus. There's so much power when you've experienced Jesus, when you've spoken with Jesus, when you've walked with Jesus. There's so much power there. And Peter recognized, wait a minute, this isn't a ghost. This is Jesus. And he was such a risk taker that he said, Jesus, if this is you, I want to walk on water too. That is powerful. And this is the coolest invitation. For me, this is the coolest invitation you'll ever read about in the Bible, is when Jesus tells him, come. Jesus invites him into the supernatural. And Peter was able to walk on water. There was a storm. The disciples were fearing for their lives. I mean, there was danger all over. All of these men could have died here. It was a scary scene. I want you to picture a scary moment, a storm. I mean, they were scared out of their minds. But Peter says, no, if this is you, Jesus, I know there's nothing impossible with you. I know that I can walk on water. If you're doing this, I know that I can do it too. And Jesus said, come. He invited them. And Peter was able to walk on water. What a great testimony. Isn't that a great testimony? Peter was the only one out of the disciples. Peter was the only one with the testimony of walking on water, of doing something that defied the odds, of stepping out of that boat, stepping out of that comfort zone. Even if he had fear in him, he stepped out in faith. And I want to encourage somebody today, even if you have fear to do that thing, step out in faith. Even if you have your doubts of doing that thing, step out in faith. When you follow Jesus, you will see the supernatural in your life. You will experience the supernatural in your life. When you follow Jesus, he will show you amazing things, but make sure that you're following Jesus, not man. It's not about following a man. It's not about following a movement. It's not about doing something because it's trending. No, it's about Jesus. It has to be about Jesus. And that's why Peter was able to experience the supernatural and was invited into the supernatural because he had faith in that man that others thought was a ghost. Please remember to like, comment, and share this video.